Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna teach you how to make homemade Samoas, the Girl Scout cookies. I'm all about saving money and I really don't like spending money, so if you can make it, it's better. I decided to pick something to cook because I really don't know anything else, so can't teach something I don't know. So, it's pretty simple. It's in 3 steps, that's the next one. First you have to make the base, the cookie. So you're gonna need a cup of butter that's softened, half a cup of sugar, 2 cups of flour, a quarter teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and up to 2 tablespoons of milk, just to help form the dough. And the second or third step would be the topping. 3 cups of shredded coconut, which you're going to later toast, 12 ounces of chewy caramels, a quarter teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of milk, and 8 ounces of dark or semi-sweet chocolate. You can kind of tweak it to how you like it, but they're really sweet, so I wouldn't suggest using milk chocolate. There are 4 steps. I did 3 because I ran out of time. I had 1,000 catastrophes today. So your first one's going to be to make the cookie base. Second one's going to be to top with caramel coconut mixture. And the third one's going to be to dip the bottom in chocolate. If you have time and you want to, you can drizzle more on the top. First, to make the cookie, you're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. You're going to cream, after the butter is soft, you're going to cream it with the sugar. Then you're going to slowly mix in the flour, the baking powder, and the salt. It kind of gets really, doesn't get that thick, it looks like butter. Then you're going to add the vanilla and the milk. The milk is only to make it form and not be sticky, so you may or may not need it. I really didn't use that much. Then it's going to form a soft ball of dough, and if it's sticky you can add flour as needed. Afterwards, you're going to divide it into 3 or 4 batches just so it's easier to roll out. Then you're going to roll them to about a 1/4 inch thickness, depending on how you want them, between 2 pieces of wax paper. Use a 1/2 inch cookie cutter to make circles. I couldn't find my cookie cutter, so I used a cup, which is a little more challenging, but it worked. And then for the little middles, you can see they're not very even, so I kind of cut them out myself, which took a lot more time. Then you're going to transfer into a cookie sheet and repeat it until the dough is used. You're going to bake them for about 10 to 12 minutes until the bottoms are just lightly golden. Mine, since they were really thin, only took about 10 minutes. And you're going to let them cool completely. And during that time, you can start your coconut mixture. You're going to change the oven to 300, spread the coconut on the sheet, and toast it for about 20 minutes. You're going to stir it every 5, just to make sure it doesn't burn. Mine kind of got crispy around the edges, but it still worked. And then you're going to let that cool and set it aside. While everything's cooling, you can go ahead and make your coconut caramel topping. But you don't want to do it too soon because it gets really hard really fast. So you got to work kind of quickly. So when the last batch was finishing, I started making this. You're going to take all the caramels, the milk, and the salt, put it in a large bowl, put it in the microwave for about 3 to 4 minutes. Mix it. I mixed it about every 30 seconds just because it's starting to bubble and burn, and it stinks when it burns. So when it's completely melted, you're going to mix it all together, and it looks kind of like that. It's kind of gross. Then you are going to, once it cools off, get really hot, don't try and do it with your fingers, another bad idea. You're going to spread it on top of cooled cookies. It takes about 2 to 3 tablespoons per cookie. You can do it, I think I put too much, it's really chewy. But you can reheat it if you need it, softens it a little bit, and then you're going to allow them to harden for a few minutes. I was out of time, so I put mine in the freezer. Step 3, you're going to dip them in chocolate. To melt your chocolate, you'll microwave it on high for about 45 seconds, stirring constantly. Mine took a little bit longer, another crazy thing today. And then you're going to take the base and dip it into the chocolate. There's lots of ways to do it. You can spread it or dip it. And then you're going to put it on wax paper to cool so it doesn't stick to anything else. And there you have it. Enjoy. They are healthier, cheaper, and homemade.
Very nice. Thank you so much. Excellent. Anyone else tonight?